Hello and welcome to, we're going to call it Sailors Questions and Answers. We still haven't decided on the title, but we think it's Sailors Questions and Answers. We're with Diana. We are aboard the Doctor.
The boat? The yacht?
The Doctor, and that is nothing to do with Doctor Who.
No.
And you're not a doctor either.
Nope.
But I understand Rob was telling me the Doctor is a wind.
It is. In Western Australia, in Fremantle and Perth, it's very hot there in summer. It gets 35 or 40 degrees. And in the summer, there's a lovely sea breeze that comes in at 10 o'clock, and as the summer progresses, it comes in later and later. So it comes in and actually cools the land down. So when it's getting to 35 or 40 degrees, and you're saying, oh my God, where's the Doctor? And it's called the Fremantle Doctor. The wind is called the Fremantle Doctor. So it makes you feel better.
We love it. I think it's a fantastic name. The Doctor is one of my favourite yacht names I've come across.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think it's great.
Well, we thought about changing it actually. We weren't sure when we first got the boat. And everybody says, oh, are you doctors? And I get particularly mad when they say to Rob, are you a doctor? Yeah, and I say, and I'm not a doctor either.
Right. You'd just be a nurse.
Oh.
Okay, so we should explain that unless Diana has seen our first published one, I don't think she knows what the questions are. So these are literally off the cuff. So
Scary.
We begin.
Okay.
Where would you most like to be right now?
I think I would like to be in an anchorage, clear water, sunset, probably about this time, but a long way from the shipyard.
Yep.
The shipyard is pretty dirty and noisy and hard. They call it a hard stand for obvious reasons. It's really hard being here. But to be on a lovely anchorage and having a glass of wine, watching the sun go down, would be lovely.
Yep. That sounds like a good one to me.
And you'll be there tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully. What soundtrack do you have when you're sailing? Do you have a song or a theme, either in your head or on your stereo?
Well, we should have the theme for Doctor Who. Which is a great theme, and we do play that sometimes. But I really like an Irish singer by the name of Mary Black. I don't know if you've heard of her.
No, I don't.
She's a kind of folksy, sort of mellow sort of singer. She's just beautiful. And our favourite track is Come Away With Me, for obvious reasons.
I think I know the track.
Do you?
Yeah, I know the track.
Come Away With Me.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the one.
Yeah, I know it, good tune. Okay, what do you miss most about home, not including family and friends?
Oh, okay. Okay, I know. Walking into a supermarket and being able to read all the labels. And if you can't find something, go up to a shop assistant and say, where is the peanut paste? And they say, oh, it's just over there. Yeah, I think, that just the ease of language, that would be, I think so, yeah.
Okay, this is Liz's favourite question.
Okay.
And it's based on a quote. Does travel broaden the mind, or does it reinforce old prejudices?
Well, it might do both, actually. I think for some it might reinforce prejudices, but I think for me it's definitely opened my horizons. And I've just loved travelling around Asia, Southeast Asia, Indonesia, where I see that people are so gentle, they have so little, and yet they seem so happy. And I love that, and I think it's a real leveler. We can learn a lot from that. We've got a house full of stuff. We don't need that, and our kids have got rooms full of toys, and these Indonesian kids, they paddle around on their little canoes, and they're just so full of joy, and so none of that fear and stuff that we've got. So I think we can learn from them. I think it definitely opens your horizons. and that's why I love it.
Yeah, agreed. Here's one that threw me. What would your superpower be?
Superpower?
Yeah, you've become a superhero. What is your superpower?
Right. You know Langkawi? The island of Langkawi in Malaysia. There are dozens of eagles circling around, and I've just loved sort of just laying on the deck and watching the eagles soar around and catching the thermals up and down and swooping down and catching fish. I think I'd like to fly.
Yeah, well, I have to say that was my one, but you
Oh.
put it so much more eloquently than I did. I just said flying, but
Really?
yeah, no, I think that's a
Mind
good
you,
one.
I would never get into a glider or one of those, what do you call those things?
Yeah. Yes, yes. I know. Yes. Forgotten. Yeah. One of those
But-
flying things.
One of those, I'd never get into a flying thing. But if I was actually an eagle and I could do that, I think that would be just magnificent.
I'm with you on that one. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A sailor?
I think you can say an astronaut. Then.
No, I would just like to sail. Yeah, I would just like to keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, this is my niche. This is my spot. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Is that okay?
That's perfect, because I think when people are asked that question, they think, yeah, how can I improve myself? But it's clear you're there.
Yeah.
You're there.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my favourite question. What's your favourite bit of kit on board and why?
As in equipment or
Well, could be anything on the boat that
Anything
makes your life easier, better, more fun, entertaining.
I think it's my yoga mat. If that's a bit of kit. I love yoga and I do it whenever I can. And I love to find a beautiful beach and take the yoga mat onto the beach and do an hour or so of yoga and my yoga mat.
It's good, another good answer. In fact, I could do the yoga mat right now because I'm kind of sitting rather awkwardly here and it's hurt my back.
I feel fine.
That's because you do an hour of yoga every day.
No.
Okay, if you could go back in time, where would you go?
Back in time. Well, I've always admired the old sailors, Matthew Flinders and James Cook, and I don't think I'd want to actually be there, but I'd love to see how they do it. I'd love to be like a Matthew Flinders ship while he sort of navigates himself around Australia, and I'm just so in awe of what they do. But I'd be there as an observer, not as a crew.
Yep.
That would be too hard.
Yep,
Because I
life
really
was
like
pretty
chocolate
tough.
and a glass of wine and a movie at the end of the day, and I don't think Flinders would do that.
Yeah, it's a good answer. What's your favourite anchorage?
Oh, that is really easy. Discovered it actually just beginning of this year. It's on the west coast of Thailand, Surin Islands. Maybe we got it at the best possible time, but it's just magnificent. It's well protected from the northeasterly, beautiful clear water, a lovely little white sandy beach, really hard sand for good yoga sessions in the morning. Low tide, you get oysters off the rocks. And there's also a reef where you can go snorkeling, and there's a bit of coral and beautiful fish. And it was just perfect. So that's perfect. Yeah, that's my favourite. You got to go there.
I know. We will get there. We were supposed to be there last Christmas, and it
Yeah.
didn't happen. But you are another person who has reinforced this idea that we're going to head up there next. So we'll be up there soon.
Yeah, the water clarity is gorgeous.
Okay, if Follow the Boat, that's us, could grant you, that's you, one wish, what would it be?
As many wishes as I like.
Apart from that one, that's cheating.
Okay. I wish that I could do this for as long as I can. I'd like to be like some of those really old sailors you see around, couples, yeah, that are sort of in their 70s or 80s, and they're really wiry and fit, and they're sort of at one with their boat, and they just explore the world. I think I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
I wish that.
Yeah, okay, good one. Okay, penultimate question. What's been the highlight of your sailing adventures so far?
There's so many. I think the one that would stand out would be actually many years ago, probably 15 years ago, we did a circumnavigation of Australia, and we were really green. We didn't know anything, so it was, I don't know how we survived, but we made it. But our first big sail was from southwest of Australia, across the Great Australian Bight. You know the...
I don't, but I'm nodding as if I know. But...
Australia has a big thing at the bottom, like a big shape like that, and it's called the Great Australian Bight.
I didn't know that.
And there's nothing there. There's only very steep cliffs, and it's very deep, and it's the Southern Ocean, so it can be really nasty. And you've got about a 5 or 6 day sail before you reach landfall, because there's nowhere else to stop. And I really wanted to do it with another crew member, but we couldn't organise it, so it's just the both of us. And we made it across for 5 days, and we arrived in South Australia, and just the absolute elation of actually having done it. There's these green horns, having made it, we got middle of the night and dropped anchor, and everything was so quiet after being on the ocean. And we were on this absolute high for about 3 days. It was like being on drugs. It was just fantastic. And we rang up all our family and then confessed that it was only just the two of us, that we didn't have crew. And that was just brilliant, just brilliant. So, yeah.
A great memory.
It was a good memory.
Yeah. Okay, Diana, last question.
Oh, well, there's another one.
What next?
Okay. Well, we'll be in Thailand probably for the next sailing season. And we're kind of getting itchy feet. We're thinking we might go east. So I've always wanted to sail in the Pacific. So perhaps make our way to the top of Borneo, Philippines, and then I like to paddle around the Pacific Horn.
Okay, well, it sounds like we could be bumping into each other again, because that is our plan as well.
Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, well, there you go.
We were never supposed to be here in the first place, but since we're here, we figured, well, we'll head in that direction.
I assumed you were heading west, but you're heading east.
No, well, actually, you know what? A sailor's plans, as Liz says, is written in jelly. Not just the Sam, it's actually in jelly. It's changing all the time. So,
and isn't that great?
Yeah, that's what we love about it.
Yeah. Oh, they're fantastic. Yeah. Well, we can sail in company, maybe.
Absolutely, yeah, it'd be great.
Okay.
All right, Diana of The Doctor, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. It's fun.
Right.
Not as scary as I thought.